Today I am going to admit that the wind has been knocked a little bit out of my sails. So I have got some cruise news for you first, and then some things we just need to talk over together, I feel like, because we are the Let's Go family, and we are family. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Thursday. It is September 11th of 2025. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, will you please go ahead and click on that subscribe button? And if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. So let's start at the very top with the cruise news, and then we'll move along. So first up, cruise news. A couple of things stand out today and things I think that you need to know about. So first up with Disney. Disney purchased the ship that they are going to be naming the Disney Adventure clear back in 2022. And as they purchased that ship, they knew that they were going to completely make it over again. I thought it was kind of cool because they said that their goal was to showcase Disney's storytelling and innovation like had never been done at sea before. So I have been anxiously following along. I need to get on a Disney cruise. Maybe this is the ship we should go on. But anyway, I've been following along, and they have just barely had to cancel the first 25 cruises on that ship because they have to move the inaugural. I think it's really cool what they're going to do. So the ship was supposed to start sailing December 15th of 2025, and now it is going to start sailing on March 10th of 2026. So I am really glad this is not a last minute thing like we've seen before, but not from Disney, but we saw with the Sun Princess, but they are giving people who are booked on these cruises big heads up about the fact that their cruise is going to be canceled. So to me, this is amazing though, because they are taking everyone who was booked on that inaugural cruise and giving them the option to be moved to the March 10th inaugural of 2026. So if you don't want to if people are booked on that cruise, they don't want to do that inaugural because maybe it doesn't work with their schedule, you get to have your money refunded and a 50% future cruise credit. I love that they're letting people move over because people book the inaugural to be on the inaugural. So I love that they're giving them that option. Everybody else that is booked on those cruises is going to get a refund plus a 50% future cruise credit so that they can use those to book a new cruise. You can't use the future cruise credit, they very specifically pointed out, on a booking that you already have. You have to book a new cruise to use that future cruise credit. So let me know if you happen to have already been booked on the Disney Adventure, would ya? And if you have sailed on Disney before, let me know what you think sets it aside as a cruise line, except you can't say the Disney Entertainment because we all know that part. But as far as the cruising experience goes, what are some things that you really enjoy? I'd love to hear that. Carnival Cruise Line has the most ships that sail from Long Beach, and Long Beach is really convenient for people that live in California, that maybe live in Arizona, just these surrounding areas, because it's really handy that they can just drive in, park their car, and hop on the cruise ship. However, parking is getting tighter and tighter and tighter at the Long Beach cruise port there, and they're running out of parking for how many people want it. So a few things are in motion, and something I think you should know about if you're going to be going on a cruise there. So first up, they are offering some other off-site parking for Carnival, but it is very, very limited. In all of the cruise parking there, you can't take two spaces. So you can't take like an RV or a trailer, anything that will take more than one parking spot. That's really important to know. The other thing that I think is really important to know is that they are sending out emails, letters to people that are booked on some of the cruises that they are most worried about, so that people know that parking is going to be really tight or there's not going to be enough for everybody. And they are noticing that as Carnival is emailing out these notices, that the language in them is becoming more and more urgent. I'm guessing so that people will take them seriously and truly understand that there might not be enough parking. So my first thought is to think about what you're going to do instead. Now, when Gordon and I went out of Los Angeles last, we stayed at the Crowne Plaza. The Crowne Plaza is actually located in San Pedro, and the hotel was fine. We would stay there again in a heartbeat. There's a good Mexican restaurant we showed footage of that we walked down and had dinner at. So it's a great hotel, very nicely located, either if you're going to sail out of San Pedro or out of Long Beach, really close there. So if you stay there, you can get their packages that let you have your hotel room there before, the night before the cruise, and then includes parking for your vehicle. It turns out, I was trying to, it looks like parking is about $20 a day at the Crowne Plaza. If you book over at the Long Beach cruise terminal, it's $23 per day. And so that might be a really good option. It gets you a hotel that's handy there, and you can leave your car there. If you're sailing out of San Pedro, they do run a shuttle from the Crowne Plaza over to San Pedro port there, but they do not run them to Long Beach. But if you're not from around there, you don't know this, it is really handy. You can either get a taxi or an Uber. It's not far at all to be able to get to that Long Beach cruise terminal. So if anyone here has parked at other areas, other parking lots, or have other good ideas, let us know what they are so that our Let's Go family members who are going to be sailing out of Long Beach know what to do with their car. Okay, that's a really important thing to know. Let me know what you think, and if you've parked there at the Long Beach Cruise Terminal and what that parking is like. Just share your experience because it helps us all. Now, here's what is on my mind, and I really want to hear from you in the comments. Before I tell you what I want to tell you next, I want to tell you two things. First off, I know that what I say is inadequate. When we talk about important life-changing events for people, it's hard to speak everything that is in your heart and everything that could be said about a certain topic. So I want to make sure you know that. Number two is this is not political. This is people. And so I stand by what I always say. If you make a comment that is political under one of my videos or on our Facebook group, I just delete it, because we are a family here and we're not going to discuss politics and having things that divide people and make people upset with each other. I just can't take it. So here's what I want to tell you today. Today, as I said at the beginning, is September 11th, and we can never have a September 11th that we ever forget what happened on September 11th in 2001. That forever changed, I feel like, the course of history. It definitely changed the way I look at living here in the United States of America. It's one of those things that you never realize can happen where you live until it does. And so today I want to make sure that we remember all of the people that perished that day and all of their families who are left behind without them, because that's enormous. That's everything. People's family is everything. And so I feel like it's really important to remember them, whether they perished because they happened to be working in the Twin Towers, they perished perhaps because they were on an airplane that ended up in a field in Pennsylvania, but just the bravery and all of the rescuers, all the first responders, everybody who went, we have to remember them so we never forget. The other thing that I feel like is so important that I want to thank you all for, and also I feel like we can't miss mentioning, is yesterday Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And where I stand is that it's not okay to kill someone because you don't agree with their beliefs or what they say. So yesterday was another turning point for me when I think of what happens in the country that I live in, because this is the United States of America. I'm shocked that that happened, and I am most saddened because of his family that he leaves behind. On top of that, I wanted to tell you all thank you. As soon as word was going out that that happened, I was getting texts from lots of you asking me, do we live close to that? Are we okay? And where we live is about 15 minutes with no traffic up to UVU. It's really close. They have this beautiful auditorium. It's where all of the high schools in this whole region run all of their high school graduations. So we've been there for special occasions for that with our kids. We've been there to hear different people. Like I got to go hear David McCullough speak there. And just so many things. They do ACT and SAT testing there. Just all of these things that have taken us there over the years. So it is close to us. And I'm just really sad that that happened. And just wanted to share that with you. It's why I'm having a harder time. I was looking at the news and thinking about everything, and I thought, this is not the day for that. Tomorrow will be the day for that. But I think it's really important that we remember each other, that we come together, and we remember that we are all human beings. And that it means something. So like I said, look forward to reading your comments. I really look forward to hearing what you have to say about cruising. We'll be back on the job with more cruise news and topics for you tomorrow. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you.